That's where we're going. Back in your lives, in your ears, and in your face. Welcome to another episode of Papa Jesus, episode 88. We are getting up there in the numbers, man. It's super cool. It's cool that we're doing this every Thursday. I'm super stoked. As you can see, the evolution of Papa Jesus is never ending. Ever since the renovations and stuff in the house and the studio has been done, I've been managing to, find combinations of things that I want to put in whatever room and all that kind of stuff. And it's a super exciting time, and I'm forever positive and enjoying what's going on at the moment, because I don't have to deal with dust, and I don't have to deal with rubble. I don't have to deal with contractors and all the people that just annoy the shit out of you. So I'm super happy at the moment. I'm like in the best mood today specifically. I just knew Thursday, art's coming around. We're going to rock an episode of Papa Jesus. We got a fun one today. We've got Emil and Rudolf representing the Wallen, a band that I've actually been following for quite some time. I've actually met a number of the other members. And, when listening back to the album today, Street Fight Sonata, I mean, come on, that's a 20 out of 10 in terms of album name. I just thought to myself, I want to start a band like the Wallen. It's just so much energy, and it's awesome. But we're going to chat to the dudes in a bit. But the man that used to be in the chat, the man who is now on the decks and who makes all the calls, not all the calls, but like a lot of the calls, creative license. Dude, what's up, Art? Carlos Pereira. I don't know why I've started saying the Carlos thing, bro, but what's up? How you doing?
Keep it going. Yeah, it's been a stressful week for me so far.
We should have a congratulations, like graphic, because congratulations, dude.
We got something for that though.
A Papa G's house exclusive. Excellent. So you officially, can we call it officially a homeowner?
Well, I think it's about 60% official. Got the approvals from the bank. Now it's starting to go through the routine of finding the best rate, and then the property inspection, and then it's going to be officiating that, and then the lawyers and whatnot, and that's going to take a couple of weeks, if not 3 months.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, it's shitting myself, but it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. It's a rad spot. Small rooms, but it's a really awesome, nice spot. Nothing needs to be done to it. Just move in straight away, and you can't ask for more than that.
Okay, so that's what's been consuming your days in the last couple of weeks. Eh?
Dude, I haven't been able to sleep just from the stress, because it's like,
I can
it's
imagine.
the first time I'm doing something this insane. I'm buying something, and it's stressful, because you're like, oh, am I going to have any money after the first of the month? But
yeah. No, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, but listen, we've got a lot to talk about also. Yeah. I mean, obviously everybody, welcome to South Africa. Load shedding is back.
Yep.
Load shedding is back in full force. I don't know what is going on. We're back like stage 4 and all that kind of shit. I've been a bit lucky on the last couple of load shedding schedules. It says that we go off and then we don't. So we are due to go off at approximately 8 o'clock. So we're going to keep everything short and sweet and tight for you today. But so we're going to sort out the first segment, which we like to call Beer of the Week. What did you get for us this week, Mr. Producer Art?
I got from Woodstock Brewery. It's called Mr. Brownstone, and it's the Walnut Brown Ale. I've never had this before, so...
You've got us a really heavy beer for last week's Beer of the Week, by the way.
Well, a heavy beer for a heavy week. So
what was it? It was actually quite nice when it was super cold, but when it got warm, it was a bit dodge.
Isn't that with every beer?
Was it float like a butterfly, sting like a honey blonde ale?
Belgian honey ale. Belgian blonde honey ale. Yeah. Okay. So,
damn, it is brown, hey?
Yeah, Mr. Brownstone.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Do you know what Mr. Brownstone is? Isn't it heroin?
Yeah.
Isn't it? It is.
Yes, it is. It's the rocks. Okay, cool. Here we go.
Okay, let's go.
tastes like coffee.
Tastes like
There's the
hazelnut coffee.
Yeah, it tastes like hazel. It tastes like the shit you get from Seattle Coffee Company.
But dude, in a cold glass and super cold, I have the listeners know that these glasses and the beer has been chilled in the freezer.
Yeah, so this is cold as night.
Cold as night.
Okay, I'm ready to give my rating for this. Okay, the Mike Cubic scale of 1 to 5. What do you give it?
Sure. I think it drops a whole. It drops a whole point if it's warm.
Yeah.
If it's cold, it's up point. But I would say a solid 2.5 out of 5.
2.5 out of 5 for me too. I'm not usually into the flavors. I like dark beers, but I think halfway through this I'd be kind of tired.
Okay, and also for the listeners, they need to understand what we're judging this on. We're judging it on the appearance. We're judging it on the taste, on the density. You know, and we take into consideration the difference between the taste, whether the beer is cold or warm. Because if there's a warm beer, nobody likes a warm beer, but there are some warm beers that are tolerable. You know, if it's like you can't wait and you're super thirsty, you don't mind, taking on the first one that's not that cold, you know?
Yeah. But 2.5 out of 5 I give this one. Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Well, we got a lot to talk to. Look, I mean, we got a lot to talk about, but before we do any of that later on in the show, we can't keep our guests waiting. We got Rudolf and Emil from De Wallen joining us from, I think, Pretoria, if I'm correct, guys. Ooh, there he is. There he is. What's up? We got Emil on the left and we got Rudolf on the right. Dudes, how's it going? We had a little chat off air, but what's happening, fellas? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining the show.
Oh, there we go.
Excellent,
Delayed,
man.
but we can manage.
Okay. We seem to be having a slight delay, but we'll try to work our way through it. Guys, you recently released a video and a lyric video for Serendipity. And you know what? The one thing I wanted to say is that you guys are the 2 newest members of De Wallen, if I remember correctly. So Jandre sent me a message today saying, sorry, man, I've got a gig this evening, but give them hell. Hell, he says, give them cuck. So he gave me free reign to give you as much shit as possible. But anyway, dudes, it's so nice to have you. Sorry, we had a little bit of delay in the beginning. We got Rudolf and we got Emil from De Wallen. Dudes, thank you so much. Dudes, what has happened in the last 8 to 12 months of the band during this whole pandemic and all that kind of jazz? That's the first question I ask everybody, is like, how has this whole like lockdown experience, pandemic, COVID shit affected you guys?
Yeah, well, obviously we had to keep distance and we could not practice and play shows, etc. But we managed to still get together, even though we had to keep the 1.5 distance, but we sort of made it 2 meter distances.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
I think it affected us the same way as most people. Yes, some of us, I work at Stellenbosch University, so we could carry on with work. And so some of the people like Pucky and Peter, it was a hard time for them, and especially Pucky. So, but we managed to get through it. We helped each other where we can. And, we still managed to get together and play some gigs after that. After the lockdown ended, all the venues and stuff to be closed and you can't play live gigs. So it was actually awesome to just play again and be together. And even the practices we had in between, was still awesome. We had a career, and yeah, we played like 2 songs, and the rest of it was a saper. So
Yeah, you got to keep the rock and roll in rock and roll. You know what I'm saying?
yes, because the setup took longer than the 2 songs that we played. So
But the one thing, dude, I said, I think from Pretoria. You said Stellenbosch. I think I might be getting a little bit confused because I originally thought you guys were from Stellenbosch, but the album was written in Pretoria. So are you guys in Stellenbosch or are you in Pretoria?
with the delay, you could not see the facial expression when you said Pretoria, bro.
What? Am I going crazy?
I think you're wrong, dude.
No, but your press release said that the album was recorded in Pretoria. Is that correct?
Yes, that was before me and Rudolph's time. But we're actually like 30 kilometers from you, man. So we could have actually made the drive through.
Yeah. No, listen. Yeah, we'll get there one day. We haven't quite got the equipment and all that kind of stuff to be able to handle that, but we'll get there eventually. But dude, so let's start with you, Emil. How do you know the guys from the Wallen, and how did you get involved in the band? Because the member change, when did you guys join? You guys both joined at pretty much the same time, right?
No. So I joined about, say, 2 years, maybe more ago. Just after the Wallen came back from their first tour in Europe. Then Picky was still playing guitar at that time. And doing vocals, obviously. So when he got back, he contacted me and said that they want a lead guitarist to come and play. But we've known each other for years already. We're all from Kuilsriver, same with Rudolph here. And then that got better, and Picky changed over to. And then I went on the first tour for me to Europe with them, which was their second tour. And yeah, for us it did not work because. Yeah, obviously you guys know that Picky is a great front man, and a guitar or a bass guitar is going to keep him back and not performing like he has to, or not has to, like he does best. So after we spoke of the 4 of us, me and Adrian, the drummer, and Peter and Picky, we spoke and we said, okay, it's going to be a good thing to look out for a bass guitarist. And yeah, we were still looking, and nothing actually triggered us until we realized and remembered that our good friend Rudolph next to us here is an exceptional guitarist, and we forced him into the bass. And Picky still sold his bass to him, and look where we are now. So then Dolphy joined us. How long are you?
I think end of last year, about August. So me and Picky, and I've known the guys also for years. Me and Picky used to play in bands like all the time. We just kind of weaved past each other and never played for the same band. And then, yeah, when they asked me, I was like, yo, that sounds amazing. I quit my last band about 6 years ago. So getting back onto stage was like driving a bike for the first time again. But it was amazing. And
Rudolph, I'm going to have to stop you there. I couldn't hear what you were saying there. So you said, so just repeat the last thing you said there. You broke up a bit.
So me and Picky, we used to play in bands years ago, and we kind of just weaved past each other. So he played this gig and I played this gig, but never in the same band. So when they came to me, I think they offered me the role of bassist, and all songs were written already. I just have to learn them. It was an offer you can't pass up on, and I'm not looking back at it. It's amazing.
No, absolutely, man. That's awesome. Yeah, because at the end of the day, if you're an exceptional guitarist like Emil says, it's pretty cool that you get to apply your guitar mind to a bass guitar, which can actually make it quite fun.
Yeah. Over years, I started out with guitar, and I always wanted to be the drummer, but after seeing what Adrian has to carry, that is just a horrible idea. And so, the previous band, I also played bass, and yeah, now I'm full-time bass. I still have the guitar, but it's having dust.
That's awesome, dude. I mean, speaking of Adrian, Yeah. Sorry. I was just saying, speaking of Adrian, your drummer, I actually met him. He came to a couple of my gigs. That's how I got to know of Wallen. And he always used to speak of you guys. And yeah, and I think that was before he even joined you guys as a band, I think. I don't know. I can't remember, but I do remember him coming to a couple of Atlantic South gigs. I think one was at the Rabbit Hole, where we had a long conversation. Such a great guy, hey, man. Like, what a pure dude, eh?
Definitely, we're actually he's working, or he worked till 7, so he was also going to join, but yeah, it's a bit too for him to have joined us. If it was at 8, then he would have been in. But yeah, you're correct there. Yeah, that's, I think Slenderman, he looks after me.
Slenderman.
So yeah, Slenderman.
I love.
So me and Pookie is the Bobbiana. We're on like fucking baboons. So yeah, we need someone to check to look after that.
Dude, you know what the one thing is? Because, I mean, I remember I met Peter and I met Jandre, myself and Alex, the drummer of Atlantic South. We drove out to Stellies and we did a Mix FM interview. And it was Wallen and Atlantic South. And I think we were promoting some show. I don't know. I think it was a Turning Tricks show or something. I don't know. Then they sent us for interviews. And that's where I met those two dudes. And Jandre completely stole the show, man. I mean, that guy's wit and his humor and his sharpness is next level. Eh? That's a proper, like, banter-driven dude. I mean, he's so sharp.
Do you understand now why we said that we are going to have to get the lead guitarist and the bassist for him to perform like he does best?
Yeah, because, I mean, but the thing is that, I mean, his performances were still electric when he was playing guitar. I mean, is he completely alone behind the vocals now?
Yeah, he's now solid, just vocals and running around like a mad chicken without a head. And
that's amazing.
Dropping my leads out the whole time and shit, so that's where I learned to put the lead through the Strat first.
Do you know what? I have the same problem with a certain guy named Sean Olsen, the front man of Il System, my band that I play for, and he has on, I think, 3 in a row. The first I think was the last 3 shows we played. He jumps around so much, he always kicks out my cables from my pedals and stands on them and shit. And then he's like, "Why isn't your guitar working?" I was like, "Well, it's you, bro."
And the best part of that is you can lock that cable as much as you like. Oh, they will somehow fucking step it out of the amp or something like that.
Yeah, 100%. No, that's true. That's true. So, look, the one thing I always known about the Wallen is their high energy. I mean, I haven't seen you guys play as a 5-piece. I always remember it as a 4-piece where Jandre was playing the guitar as well. And it's so strange to me. It's like, can he make the show any more energetic without a guitar? I'm like, I can imagine he does, but he used to carry his weight behind the guitar as well, man. I just remember him sweating balls every show that we played together.
Yeah, and that is, so with the guitar, just that by like 15, and then you get the real Pookie. So yeah, he did perform very good with the guitar as well. But yeah, I love him best just doing his vocals and doing his thing, and getting the crowd up to just like it. It just motivates me a lot more as well in the show, right? So yeah, I love it. The 5-piece that we are now, and the best of it all is that we are all actually friends from young days.
Yeah,
I think just like it. I'm the oldest, yeah. I'm like the grandfather, I think. So. Before they actually started, and
you're probably younger than me.
Well, I'm not fucking. Oh, sorry, 55. The utopie. So we've known each other, all of us now in the band, has known each other before we actually started. You guys were
almost primary school. I think grade 7 I met you, and that's about 14 years ago.
Well, I was the one that was feeding them fucking alcohol underage.
And you guys are all from Stellenbosch, eh?
No, we're from Kuils River. It's about 20 k's out of Stellenbosch, mos.
Okay, but you guys are all kind of like, but then are you living in Stellenbosch now?
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
work in Stellenbosch. Also works in Stellenbosch. And yeah, Peter and fucking Pukkie also work in Stellenbosch.
How close? Yeah, because I remember I kind of put Stellenbosch in the same kind of in the same category as you, because that's where I met Peter and Genre. But
Well,
yeah, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. I've followed you guys for a long time, and I just always going, yes, that's high energy. The rock and roll, like it's and the one thing is that makes it so gel together so well is that huskiness of Jean. It's almost like he had 14 brandy and cokes followed by 20 tequilas and some castle lights just to wash it all down. But I mean, that's his natural voice. But I mean, when I had that interview with him, it was like it's almost like his voice is always like that.
Yes, it's that 3 packets of inches after that fucking 3 tequilas.
It's okay, smoker as well. But I mean, it really translates to the music so well, that huskiness, that rawness, and it all coming together. Because I must say, I mean, I know you guys get to play the songs, and I'm gonna shoot a question to you now, Emil. But the album itself, the Street Fight Sonata, like I said earlier, first of all, 20 out of 10 for the name of the album. Because I think that's like one of the best album names I've heard in a long time, and just the energy and the production of the actual album, it sounds massive. I was giving it a good spin today. Okay, serendipity, all the groove. Then you've got the fun, yeah, kitty, yeah, kitty. I don't know what song is. Then you've got like almost like a metalcore kind of breakdown song and questions, and then you've got Loveless, which is another power anthem kind of vibe. Then you get to Relapse, where it's like it brings you down, and dudes, it's such a really rad album, and I really implore everybody to go listen to it, because it's some of the best work I've heard in a long time, bro. Like another thing that I want to say is that's why I love doing this podcast, because I'll listen to the Wallen from like 2 years ago when I was gigging and stuff, and then all of a sudden I'll forget. But then I'm gonna sit and have a discussion with you. I listen to your album, like, why the fuck is this not on my playlist and I'm listening to it every day?
So what is your favorite song then?
Right now, my favorite song is Questions.
Oh,
But
yeah.
but I really but the way you guys structured the songs, Cheap Drugs is a really fun song, really fun to get you started in the album. Like, I'm kind of like old school. I'll listen to the album start to finish, and that's probably how you structure your songs, right? You start with a bang, then you hit it with another bang, then you slow it down a bit, then you hit it the middle of the album, bang bang bang. At the end of the album, you slow it down and give the more emotional side of the band. So I can see it. Am I right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's like just it has to bring you up nicely, and then it brings you down a bit, and then you're like, but is this gonna be how the album is gonna end? And then bah, fucks you in the head from the other side again. And that is actually the vibe for Serendipity. And Questions, I don't really know the background of Questions, but I know for a fact in Serendipity it was the kind of vibe genre wanted, the oomph, like, if you can hear the riffs in the
Yeah.
song. And Slendy, he wrote the lyrics to that. And Dolph, you also know the story. So
No,
we will
I
tell you
don't.
about the Slendy one just now. But yeah, so I was actually privileged to record the lead parts in Serendipity and a little bit of Loveless. because that was on the end of the album after it stood still for like 2.5 to 3 years almost. So yeah, we just wanted to get it finished, and genre also added a lot to it, and all the songs as well, especially Loveless, because that is it's also a favorite of mine, but I'm definitely my favorite song to play is Serendipity. But yeah, Dolphy will explain to you where the actual song comes from and the lyrics.
Dolphy, I love it. Dolphy.
So when they were writing the album, there was a little bit of a time stretch issue because they had booked the studio and they had to finish writing all the lyrics. So I think it was Adrian who wrote the lyrics. And they were kind of under a lot of pressure. And he just needed some kind of message, some luck from some kind of luck. And apparently he stuck his hand in his pants and he found a 200 rand note, and then inspired the whole song to be written. Because
Amazing.
It's serendipity. Find that you wouldn't normally find.
Yeah, I mean, I read
another.
Yeah, and another one.
I read the write-up and I was like, I mean, it's all based on fate and stuff. But I mean, let's ask that question. Let's put that question on ice for a second. I want to ask you, Emil, because it's interesting as a guitarist, a lead guitarist coming into a band, having your own style and then having to learn someone else's lead bits. How was that for you?
Bro, that like I said, I started playing guitar years ago, but just playing at home. Like, yo, I'm a Moose and Metallica fan, and so I just played their tunes and all that stuff, and that is the style that I actually went into, and that is my kind of style for the lead that I also play for the Wallen live shows. So I tried on, especially the launch, I had to learn the actual leads to get as close as possible. But the feeling of these guys and the yes, it's fucking difficult to explain, but just the vibes that they give off. It's not a challenge, it's not a change, it's actually fun to bring my style into this, and them helping also with the style. I'll never forget Peter telling me the second rehearsal. He's like, yes, we know you are fast, but shit, you don't have to be fast to play nice tunes. And that stuck into my head so hectically that I actually told him afterwards, I'm like, Peter, you know what? That is the best thing I've ever heard, because now I can actually enjoy myself much more without any stress of fucking playing beats per fucking second or minute or whatever it is.
Yeah, no,
Just
listen, I understand.
And, yeah, just enjoying it and playing what you actually feel and what you hear of the song. So, and what makes it so cool is that on each show, I don't have to play the same thing over and over and over. I can play anything that I want to, but it comes into the same kind of solo that's written from. Because actually, Perky writes a lot of the solos and lead parts from the start of the album. So my style and his style is really close to each other, because we also had a jam rock. We had music school together when we were much younger. So it's awesome, and I don't have any difficulty of playing the lead parts. Peter just fucks me up a little bit with the riffs and stuff that I have to play. I have a fucking style on him. I can just always just look at his hands when he turns to a next chord or something. I'm like, the fuck are you doing, man? This is spiderweb shit. And he's also cuck fast with his right hand, so he puts a lot of like kind of ghost notes.
Yeah, but I mean, he makes you work for it, eh?
Yeah, so yeah, heavy. He told me from the start, he's like, if you don't know the structure, you're not going to play the fucking song, so learn the structures. I'm like, okay, well,
Is this picky as in genre?
No, Peter.
Oh, Peter. Okay, I see.
Yeah, the rhythm fucking mastermind.
Yeah. Well, look, got to be honest with you. I mean, a lot of those songs are super groovy. They're super, they have the feel. Like you can. It's so well done when you get a rock and roll band that leaves space for the vocals to create the energy, right? But there's a strong support structure in the music, in the instruments, with the drums, with Adrian on drums, with you, Rudolph, on bass, Peter, and yourself, Liam. you create that awesome support structure for the whole show to take its course. Because at the end of the day, the message and the vocals and stuff must be the hero and the energy in that sense.
The hero of the day.
No, definitely.
Oh, we are losing connection.
Whee!
You're 100% correct. And yeah, have we got connection back?
There we go. We're back. We're back.
Hello? We're back.
Tickets.
Okay,
Have you guys ever experienced when you're like on a Zoom call, it like almost tries to match everything and it like speeds up the frame rate, almost like it's in fast forward. Did you notice that?
Yeah,
that's
I
what happened
hate
to us. So funny.
Hey, listen, this is the fun thing about this is the fun thing about Zoom phone calls and stuff like that. You never know what's gonna happen and what you're gonna get.
Yes, but it always works like that. It's perfect before you start, and then fuck, everything fucks out afterwards with like a recording.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Coming back to the part of with the guitaring and the lead stuff coming with, I think Rudolph would also agree with me, because when he started, I think it was once or twice I went to you.
Yeah.
Just to help a little bit with the structures, because Adrian is very picky about, especially the parts when there has to be a stop in everything dead. Bah! So it's playing the riffs and all of a sudden, boom, and then you just go on. So that was also a part for me that it took time to learn, to get all that stops and all that shit in. So
It sounds really crappy when you have a whole band coming to a stab or to a stop and one guy fucks it. Then the whole song,
Yeah.
so you can just, it sounds so uncomfortable.
It's-
So either
well-
all five of us stop.
Yeah, I mean that it's all a part of the energy. And if that flow gets interrupted, it can be detrimental to the entire song. You could lose the entire energy of the song.
Yeah. Also, what you said earlier about the vocals having to be carried by the instruments, it's the same when you approach a solo. So everybody gets excited because it's a solo, but you should hold back and you should make your instrument make the guitar sound better rather than making your instrument try to match a guitar or a drum fill or anything, because you get excited because you know something cool is coming up, but then you have to step back and just say, okay, we have to make that instrument now sound the most important. I think when you're playing guys like Picky and Emil and these guys for years, and you can actually hear it when we at practice. They even just with the dynamics, they can slow it down and just bring it down a little bit. So whatever has to stand out stands out.
For sure. No, absolutely. No, I agree with you. But guys, I must say we are struggling quite badly with the connection. I think it may be, do you know what? Load shedding. Load shedding is the issue. I blame Eskom and everything. And it's fast forwarding whatever Rudolph is saying. But you know what, guys? You know, on that note, I'm super stoked. I think everybody needs to go and check the Wallen out. You guys are super energetic. A great live band. You know what? That's another thing that I really like is when I've seen a band play live. Obviously, I haven't seen your 5-piece, but I've seen your band play, and I know the energy that you guys give off as an outfit. And everybody go check out the Wallen band, because there's another De Wallen that I think it was a book or something that was named after. I can't remember what it was. I looked it up many moons ago. The Street. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But guys, thank you so much for joining the show. Serendipity and Loveless and Street Fight Sonata was released this year, 2021. Go check it out. It was written and recorded in 14 days. Amazing. So guys, the connection's a bit rough. Eskom is giving us a big fat one, so we're gonna say cheers for now. But we'll catch you in person, Emil. Like you said, let's get this next one in person, baby. We got this this new studio set up. We'll just get the equipment ready and then we can have you.
Definitely, and then we should also organize a lacquer gig with you guys.
Yeah, 100%. That sounds amazing, dude. I think a ill system the Wallen combination is pretty potent, dude. I think that'll be rad.
I think that would be pretty sick.
That'll be super cool.
Yes, that can work, especially that we're not in Pretoria.
Yeah, but you know what? The funny, I'm gonna call you fuckers out. Yeah, I'm like, you're Pretoria, and they're going, and they're just nodding their heads. I'm like, okay, cool. They're from Pretoria now.
That was the delay.
And it's only been a delay because my face was almost falling to the ground. I can't you hear the accent? It's not Pretorian, hey.
Yeah. It sounds like Kraaifontein, mos. No, man, awesome guys, dudes. You know what we need to do? We need to clap some Vors on a bra. We need to sing some Zamaleks, and we need to play some rock music. Oh, can you imagine Papa G's? Can you? Yeah, can you imagine a Papa G's house little braai there with the De Wallen boys? It could get hectic, eh?
It'll be fun though.
And listen, sign me the fuck up.
We're just waiting for the invite.
Let's go. Okay, well, let's make it happen. Sounds great, because we can also get you boys behind the acoustic instruments as well.
Yeah, that's all good.
All right, let's make it happen. Emil and Rudolph from De Wallen, thank you guys so much for joining. Sorry about the connection vibes. I'm not sure what's happening, but you guys rock. Thanks for coming. And listen, keep in contact with the socials for De Wallen, at De Wallen Band on Facebook, Instagram. Go check out the YouTube videos. They've got some cool things of them performing in the Netherlands, some live performances, really well produced. Flippin' amazing band. I can't wait to see the evolution. I can't wait to see you guys live again until we can take off the bloody masks and we've all had our bloody 5G inserted to us. We'll be good.
Hopefully, in the delay better as well.
Sweet. Guys, great chat. Thank you so much for joining the show. We'll see you soon.
Right, man. Thank you
Cheers,
very much,
boys.
guys.
Thanks, man. Cheers, dudes. Oh, check. I've got my... I need to actually... I got the recliner out for that.
Yeah, you did.
De Wallen, guys. Rudolph and Emil of De Wallen. Yeah, just we struggled with a bit of connection issues there, man, for a second or for a bit. But so great to chat to these dudes. Always so much fun, some energy. It's really great to chat to dudes that like to party. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, go check out De Wallen because I really dig their music, dude. Like super punchy, super groovy, super fun.
Yeah, I've seen them live before, and it was rad. But it'll be interesting to see with the new lineup. That'd be pretty cool.
Definitely. But yeah, like yes, it's load shedding. It seems to be affecting everybody, man.
Yeah, dude, got nailed twice in one day a couple of days ago.
Yeah, no, that's no fun. But
I'm still clapping this beer, and it's hectic now.
yeah, but remember, you've got to take into consideration on the mic cubic scale, how the beer tastes once it's warm. It loses half a point.
It loses half a point.
So you've gone to 2.
I've gone down to 2 now.
There we go. You see, now I stay at 2.5 because I drank it while it was still cold. Yeah. But on the note of losing a point, what's raging you today?
Oh, you want to pick a number?
Have you not created an outrageous thing yet?
No, I haven't had the time yet. So pick a number. Between 1 and 76.
31.
31. Okay, 31. Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
I hate that show.
Oh, is that just straight up?
Yeah, I hate that show.
Do you know what the one thing about the Big Bang Theory that I saw is that all the stuff that they talk about, you know, they're talking about equations and explaining things. Apparently, all that stuff is researched to actually be correct.
I don't doubt that. The thing with Big Bang Theory though was when it started, it was actually kind of cool because it was like these 3-4 guys. And the one dude who would be like super quiet when he's around chicks, that was a funny gag. But the second they got one of the guys to date the chick from across the
Penny.
yeah. When they started bringing in them dating chicks, it went like downhill. And I think because I only stopped watching through the second season, and then it was just becoming more reliant on like one-liners, and it wasn't. I don't know. They were trying to be smart, but it wasn't like smart comedy. It was just comedy with smart in it.
Well, they ended up becoming a rom-com sitcom with Howard Wolowitz with what's his chick's name?
I can't remember. You must remember, I don't watch the show anymore. But yes, exactly. It became a rom-com.
Bernie.
Yeah, it became a rom-com. And it would have worked better if it stayed away from that. If it was just a bunch of super high-end, like, uber geeks trying to, like, go through, with relationships with friends in school and stuff like that, but in a funny way, it would have been a lot better. But the second they made it like with chicks in there, and then they had like girlfriends, and it was like, they fucking ruined it.
Yeah, I was never a huge fan of Big Bang Theory in any event, but I watched pretty much all of it.
There's this rad clip on YouTube where they take out the laugh track from a scene, and it's like when you watch it like that. I mean, you could do that with any sitcom, but with this, it was like, those jokes aren't actually funny, like, at all. It's just, just science stuff, and they're just like, blah, blah, whatever. But, like, they took the laugh track out, and it was actually like, this is kind of lame.
Yeah, but if you take the laugh track out of Friends,
it becomes creepy. Did you see the one with with Ross? Like, they took the laugh track out of Exchange with Ross, and he actually sounded like a psychotic serial killer.
I mean, but why are you even thinking about that? You must take it as wholesome as it's given.
You're
not the 80s being anymore. A little bit of a sadist here.
I'm old. I don't give a shit.
Oh, amazing. But like, I'm not a big head of the Big Bang Theory. I thought that was funny. Penny is just delightful. What's her name? Kaylee Cuoco.
Yeah, I hated her.
Oh, really? I loved her. She basically made the show for me.
No, it's a shit show. It was cool when it started, and then when they brought in the girlfriend angles, and it was like, no, they ruined it now.
Yeah,
because they had a really cool angle there, and then they just turned it into like the traditional thing where someone has to have a girlfriend. I mean, fuck that.
Oh, but didn't you enjoy the semi like misogynistic jokes against Amy Farrah with Sheldon?
Yeah, but those are funny.
Like,
but
I mean, it's kind of like you wouldn't get away with that in person.
No, you wouldn't. But that also,
you get slapped beside the head, son.
It was okay. It was okay. It's just, it's just not funny. It hasn't been funny for a while. They're just relying, and it's just like, throw a gag
finished,
and wait for the crowd. Hopefully,
yeah, it is finished, dude. But it's long gone. It's like they wrapped up like 2 years ago or something like that.
Thank God.
Okay. Well, anyway, that was not your best outrageous art.
No, it's basically, I was going to make a video of that, and it was literally going to be 5 seconds long. It's like, outrageous, Big Bang Theory, it's shit. End of video. That was it.
Well, I mean, I enjoyed some of this stuff. Well, actually most of it. But I never followed it like religiously, like some people I know.
Fuck it.
But my outrageous, it's kind of like a weird one.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking the other day? You get the NBA, right?
Yes.
Then you get the NBA All-Star game.
Yeah.
But then you get commentators that like commentate the NBA, and they call those players stars.
Okay.
Right? But so the reason why they're called stars is because they made the All-Star game.
Okay.
So my outrageous is, why do NBA players call themselves All-Stars when they're actually stars playing in an All-Star game? It really bothered me today. I was like, why do they call it an all-star? They call them all-stars, but then when they commentate, they call them stars.
But aren't they all-stars then? But
exactly. So why do they say stars? Your star players.
Dude, what? I have no
That's
idea what
confusing.
American commentators
Anyway,
think nowadays, but
yeah.
it's like, oh, this guy is a star. I mean, everybody's a star. If you're like on TV, you're a star. But if they're an all-star, that's almost like a
But if you're an
badge of honor.
all-star,
That's
you're
it.
in a team full of stars, which means the team is all stars.
Okay.
But then why do they call themselves all stars instead of stars?
My brain is hurting.
But you see, that's a good outrageous, right?
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Okay, not my best work either. Eh?
No.
All
It's
right,
a pretty weak
okay.
one.
Listen, I really actually enjoyed that Mr. Brownstone Hazelnut Brown Ale from Woodstock Brewery.
That's
Not a
alright.
sponsor. It was actually pretty damn good. It has to be cold. It's 5.2% alcohol. Not too much of a fan of the. It could be lighter and simpler.
It could be. I mean, but it's quite like a heavy taste. I think this is like
No,
a one-off.
I'm actually talking about the packaging.
Oh, you're talking about the packaging.
Yeah, I mean, it could be more inviting. I mean, I suppose Mr. Brownstone's like, listen, bro, you want to die off beer tonight?
Yep.
Have 2 shots of this. And
Mr.
you'll...
Brownstone.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
because that
been
literally is
knocking.
Mr. Brownstone is heroin,
Won't
isn't it?
leave you alone. Yeah, exactly. But you know, dude.
Maybe they're like, this beer is gonna be so good, it's gonna be addicted. It's like you're gonna be addicted to heroin.
Yeah, that's probably what the marketing angle is. But it's just a funny name because it's so brown. But dude, I have to talk about this now.
Mm-hmm.
Formula One.
Oh my goodness! Have you ever experienced such drama in 2 final laps, or 3 final laps of a Grand Prix?
What
And
insanity!
I was thinking to myself, why restart a race for two laps? That's why, because Lewis Hamilton can lose his steering in the final 2 corners. I don't know. I can't remember what corner of the last lap it was.
It was the first corner.
The first corner. And Lewis Hamilton off the track gets no points for Mercedes. Then Sergio Perez basically,
Yep.
wins the race, gets maximum points for Red Bull.
Mm-hmm.
Max is the reason the whole stop race happened.
Well, Pirelli tire.
Wow,
technical.
the Max was the one that crashed out.
Yeah, but what happened was a couple of laps earlier than that was Lance Stroll. He was also on that straight, and his left rear tire caved in, and he spun and he crashed out. And then the same thing happened with Verstappen, that the left rear frayed and then spun him out and crashed him out. And then when they stopped, like a bunch of other drivers' rear tires were like that close of having the same thing.
Yeah.
So it was a tire fault with Pirelli, actually, that it wasn't the drivers, because you could see he was going like dead straight.
Yeah.
And he was gunning it dead straight, and then he just like fishtails and spins. The tire caved in. But like the funny thing is, they were actually in the regulations. Within 3 laps, you could end the race and the positions count. They didn't have to finish the last 2 laps. Because if it's like 2 or 3 laps left and there's a stoppage, then the race is done.
Yeah.
But the race officials said, no, we want the last 2 laps to be a sprint race because it will be entertaining. Like they chose to do the last 2 laps for viewership and for fans, which I think was awesome because it was exciting as hell.
Welcome back to Formula One, ladies and gentlemen.
It was exciting.
This last 2 weeks of racing, last 3 weeks, or the last 3 races of the Formula One have been next level exciting.
It's
next
been
exciting.
right.
From qualifying straight through. I mean, how is Charles Leclerc getting pole position in Monaco and not even starting the race?
Yeah.
Then 2 races later, pole position only ends up in like
One race later.
far down the grid.
Yeah.
Then you've got Max Verstappen and basically Lewis Hamilton fighting it out at the top. And then the midfield, watch Drive to Survive, people. I've just finished both seasons. I didn't realize that the 3rd season was only a trailer. And I was just like, okay, season 3, let's go. We are going. Season 3, we are rocking the shit. And then I click season 3, and it's a fucking trailer. I was like, do I start watching from 1 again?
What that's bullshit. No, did you end up watching season 3 by accident?
No, only the trailer. It's not released on Netflix yet.
It has been. I've already watched it.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh?
Yeah, but dude, it was amazing. When Verstappen crashed out, I was like, ah, shit. And then Hamilton on the start of the last two laps, he gunned it. But remember, like he told the team, it's like, this is a marathon, not a sprint.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, okay, just make sure you finish it, even where you are, because you're going to get the points. He gunned it. But what happened was when he gunned it past Checo and Checo veered across, apparently his hand knocked what they call the magic button,
Yeah.
which changed the brake bias all the way to the front.
Yeah.
And then when he got to the corner,
Mode
he couldn't
one,
stop. He
mode
just carried on
one.
going. And then he's in the back, no points. And I was like, yeah, I was screaming. It was awesome.
Mode
and then
one.
that fight with it was Vettel, Norris, and who came third again?
Who came third? Wasn't it?
Shit. Anyway,
Anyway.
it was
Look it up.
The guys racing like in positions 2, 3, and 4, they were just trying to jostle for position. Those last two, it was awesome. I'm so glad that they said let's just do the last 2 laps as a sprint race instead of just finishing it. There was amazing. I loved it.
Well, all I can say is I can't wait to see what answer Charles Leclerc has for the next couple of races.
Well,
Because he's been unlucky 2 out of 3 races. 2 out of 3 is pole position, and then no go. I mean, I think he made some points for Ferrari. He got some points, but I don't. Did he? I don't know.
No, he got a few points. He didn't get that much, but yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, but dude, it was a great race. And another thing before we go,
Yeah.
MotoGP, Miguel Oliveira, the Portuguese rider, won the Barcelona Catalunya race on the Sunday as well. So yes,
nice.
Portuguese
I mean,
rider.
you big on your motorsport. I'm huge on the F1, but I'm limited everywhere else.
Yeah.
Um,
It was cool. It was a good weekend for motorsport. I really loved it.
100%.
It was good.
100%. And then we've got the big one this weekend. Israel Adesanya versus Marvin Vettori for the middleweight championship. And this is a rematch.
A rematch for middleweight. So this is a title fight.
We got 2 title fights this weekend.
Oh,
We got Israel Adesanya out of New Zealand representing Nigeria. The last style bender, just a seriously stylish dude, knows how to market himself. He's beaten Marvin Vettori via split decision before. I think it was his first or second fight in the UFC. But since then, Marvin Vettori has been on an absolute tear and has been undefeated. So it's a rematch of the ages. Israel Adesanya is calling it the Italian job number 2.
Job number
And Marvin Vettori is saying, I'm going to take your belt, my friend. So I want you to just check this out, bro. I want to show you this for the last couple of minutes of the show.
Okay.
Check out on Instagram. Maybe go to ESPN MMA on Instagram.
Okay, hang on
And
a
I
second.
want to show you the intensity between these 2 fellas.
Let's see if we
Because
can do
it's
this in the next
intense.
few
But
minutes.
while you're doing that, while you're searching for that, the co-main event is another rematch. It's between Brandon Moreno of Mexico and Davison Deco, whatever his fucking name is, Davison Figueiredo.
Okay, who am I looking for?
You're looking for ESPN MMA.
ESPN.
That's another rematch.
There we go.
That was a majority draw, so they drew the championship fight. When a draw happens in a championship fight, the champion remains champion. But the only reason that there was
Shit! There we go.
yeah, the only reason there was a draw was because there was a 1 point deducted for a brutal nut shot.
Brutal nut shot.
Yeah. So,
Zing.
yeah. So a proper zing to the D.
Oh,
And
ouch.
yeah, that's them. Those are the exact 2 people I'm talking about right now.
So it's these 2.
Yeah, Brandon Moreno on the left, Davison hooking that nasty uppercut.
Wow.
But that's the rematch for the flyweight title this weekend. That's the co-main event of the evening. Seriously, this fight the picture that would from this fight. This fight was the fight of the year last year.
Wow.
So if anybody wants to go check out and get like schooled on great mixed martial arts, watch this fight. Scrambles for days, and there wasn't even a winner. Wasn't even a winner.
Not even a winner.
Not even a winner. And then check out, I see you got the Zoom window up on the right hand side there as well.
I
bro.
do. I was waiting for you to notice.
But there's Marvin Vittori. Maybe go further down. Maybe check where it says Adesanya Vittori. Up. There we go. And then stop. There it says Adesanya Vittori on the top right.
Oh, the top.
There we go. Unmute that shit. You're gonna have to right click the tab at the top. I think I'm muting sites.
I won that fight. Same face that you had
on the tab. On the tab.
Tab.
Left.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we
There you go. Unmute side.
No, bro, he
Right
laughs, bro. He's
It's
gonna
already
see.
here. We already know. We know.
That's really
Then just
Let's see now.
It's
there
destiny,
you go on the
man.
bottom right hand
it
corner of
happened
the
3 years
picture.
ago.
There's a
It went like it went. I
It's
think
nothing special.
I won that
Nothing's
fight,
playing.
and
Weird.
Oh, wow.
now we get to
Oh,
settle
wow.
the score. And
anyway.
Okay, cool.
yeah, no, but
Anyway, well, that didn't work out too well.
Didn't
But
have any time to prepare.
So much to no, absolutely. We need to get you. We actually need to get you versed on Instagram and stuff like that now because you don't have the social medias.
Noob.
Yeah, new boy. But and you know what? I'm actually gonna call you out. I'm gonna call you out right now.
Oh shit. Why?
Because I overheard you. I was walking down the passage before
Yeah.
the show started, and you're like, they came on the Zoom video, and you're like, "Hey guys, I'm helping G." Bro, you must be proud. You got creative license on the show. You create all the cool graphics and all that kind of stuff. You must call yourself the producer, son.
The producer.
I produced this show.
Cool. I'll make
gotta-
a graphic. The producer.
Yeah, just go. No, you should do your face and then trusty producer art.
Okay. I'll see what I can
Because I
do.
always go trusty producer for some reason.
I
But
like it.
anyway, that's been a fun show, dude. That beer of the week, with that the Muhammad Ali beer.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing happened to you that happened to me last week. Got warm, got gross. Now this one I drank quickly and loved it and chilled the glass. Come on, you got to appreciate that I chilled those glasses. That was a surprise you didn't even see.
No.
Did you notice it?
I did notice it, and basically when it gets warm, it's got a syrupy taste. That's why.
Okay.
So that's why it's now at 2. But
I
still,
got it.
overall 2.5. Not bad.
Cool.
Not the best, not the worst.
Nice. Happy with the new studio vibes?
Dude, I think it's rad. I like the plants. It's nice to have some bush in the room.
Nice little bush in the room, I love having a little bit of bush around, And then got my cap collection there. I still need to dust that down because damn, it can collect some dust, dude. But
Hey,
yeah,
Sean
yo
Corlett.
G, what's up, Sean? As time divides in the house. Good to have you guys around.
Yeah, and then Carolyn,
Poor Max. Poor Max. But he's probably got the rest. He got the rest of the season to
Yeah,
pick it up.
yeah.
And
Still 4
he's
points in the
like,
lead.
yeah, and I follow him on Instagram now as well, and he was doing the blink test, and it was quite impressive. What?
The blink test. I
Yeah,
must
the
check
blink
this out.
test. Yeah. Well, you need to have social media to do that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so today's been a great show. I was really excited to do this one today because of the new setup and the new plants and the new lights. How's the new lights working today, bro? I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it.
I'm digging it as well, bro.
Yeah, got a
But
little border around your thing there as well.
It's all good.
Giving away trade secrets here.
Did you notice? Yeah, I mean, I reckon we should get them in again, but in the studio this time,
sure.
so that we don't have network connectivity problems.
So what we're gonna do in future because I don't know if they can see the chairs behind you. Yeah, so there's 2 of those. I'm sitting on one of them, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna give them handheld mics, dude. We don't have to do mics on stands and shit. Yeah, just hold the mic to your face.
Yeah,
Hey, just to make it a little bit more casual. I don't need to buy 1,000 stands. Just hold the mic in your hand.
yeah. What do you think? This is a sponsored show.
I can't hold this one in my hand too much, but you know what it is. And oh yeah,
Baller, bro.
there we go. Check. I'm Oh shit! Are we doing this today, bro? Are we doing this today?
I'm definitely not going to join
Anyway,
you.
we're gonna wrap the show up.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody for listening to Papa G's House. This is episode 88. The longer the show goes, the sillier we get, it seems, and I'm really looking forward to the future. We sprucing things up. We're always trying to go the extra mile and do something new. So please subscribe to Papa G's House. It really does us a great service. And you guys actually don't even know how, what it does. So please hit that subscribe button, and check out the socials at Papa G's House for updates and all that kind of jazz. But it's been a great episode. Looking forward to a great weekend. Next week we got some cool interviews lined up, and the week after. But same time, same place, next week, Thursday. This is Papa G's House, episode 88 with the Wallen, from myself and trusty producer Art. I'm out of here. Till then, we say peace.
I don't wanna go anywhere else. I wanna go to Papa G's. Yeah, that's where we're going.